I'm Ashley Haack, and I'm going to show you my audience really fast. I'm going to spin you around. Boom. Boom. Very enthralled audience. And then I have a subject that I'm going to be using today. Let me get it to this angle. So when most people think about professional portraits, they picture large studio lights, expensive cameras, and complicated equipment. It can feel intimidating, like beautiful photography is only possible for people with a full studio setup. But some of the most powerful portraits that I've ever created were created right next to a simple window in somebody's living room. With the right use of natural window light, anyone can create a professional, quality indoor photo. We all want to capture these meaningful moments, like our children growing up, milestones, and just everyday memories. But many people feel limited because they don't have professional quality equipment. Learning how to use natural window light gives you the ability to create beautiful, high-quality portraits right at home without spending any extra money or even needing any complicated tools. As a photographer with over 15 years of experience, I've built much of my work around using natural light. Window light in particular has been one of my most valuable tools for creating soft, emotional, and timeless portraits. Today I will demonstrate how to create a professional quality indoor portrait by choosing the right window, positioning my subject effectively, and controlling light and shadows for the most flattering results. The first step in creating a high quality indoor portrait is choosing the right window. Not all windows provide the same kind of light. The best window is going to produce a soft and direct light. You can choose either a north-facing window or a west-facing window. Those are kind of the sweet spot in choosing a window. Today I'm using a west-facing window. As you can see, I have a nice pocket of light coming down here. Another thing to look for is if you have a window that is direct lighting, it's going to create too many shadows, too many bright highlights, and your subject is just going to be looking like this the entire time. In order to kind of help you diffuse that light, I also recommend using maybe a sheer curtain, and that helps create beautiful skin tones in your portraits. Another problem is overhead lighting. Overhead lighting needs to be turned off at all costs. It creates yellow tone casts and just creates problems with your portraits. So once you've chosen the right window and adjusted the light, your next step is going to be positioning your subject to make the most of the light source. So in this next step, I'm going to position my subject in relation to the window. So I'm going to have my subject come up. I have a nice stool for him to sit on, and I'm going to set him about there. Okay, so your subject should be about 1 to 3 feet away from the window. If you have them too close, you're at risk for creating strong highlights. Too far away, it's just going to be dark and dim and not flattering. So I have him facing at an angle this way. I don't think I really like this. I'm going to have my subject turn a little bit this way, and as you can see, that kind of creates a little shadow here, and it just looks a little more flattering and natural. So once your subject is situated, I like to look for catch lights. So those catch lights that I'm looking for are in your eyes, and they create a sparkle effect. It just creates a beautiful portrait in the end. It evokes a lot of emotion, and it's just a lot more flattering. So my final step after positioning is also going to see where my shadows fell. If I have too much shadows on one side, I also could use a white wall to help diffuse more light, or a poster board. You might have one laying around. Just use that, and once you put it up to them, it just creates a softer, bright light against them. So another thing to look for is your background. You want to keep your background very simple. I just chose this wood wall for today. I've also had really good luck next to a window positioned at an angle, and you can use their walls in the background, like plain walls. I like to take off the pictures that you have hanging, but that also can create a nice portrait. So I'm going to have my subject step out. In conclusion, creating a professional quality indoor portrait begins with choosing the right window, positioning your subject effectively, and controlling lights and shadows. With the right use of natural window light, anyone can create a professional quality indoor portrait. You don't need a studio or expensive lighting equipment to capture meaningful portraits of those that you care about. So the next time sunlight pours through your window, just take a moment to use it. That simple beam of natural light can transform an everyday moment into an image that feels polished, emotional, and lasting. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to show my audience one more time. There's two of them, and then my beautiful subject.